You see the title of this article, and I'm not going to spend much time on this article because I've done videos in the past regarding white dudes having sex with animals. And to be fair, black people do it too. There are videos that I've done where black dudes were having sex with dogs. So the preference of black dudes are dogs. White dudes, horses, cows, goats, dogs, cats. There's videos where dudes have done sex with cats, white dudes. So I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say because I've seen so many gorgeous white females. I've seen so many gorgeous black women. So to prefer dogs, prefer animals over a woman, it's mind-blowing to me. With all of the women that's out there that's more than willing to give it up to you, and maybe it's the Me Too movement. Maybe it's the feminist movement, but there ain't enough feminism or Me Too movement in the world that would make me want to sex a cow or a horse or a goat or dog. Now, I've made videos and it's on my Cannibal Lecter channel about meats. And I just recently talked about how it's legal now to allow so much feces on meats. But yet nobody's talking about the semen, the human semen that a lot of these dudes, a lot of these white dudes are shooting up into these cows and these goats. You know, there's a lot of people out there that love goat meat and horse meat and cow meat, the steaks. And I'm sure there's people out there that like dog meat too. But this is insane to me. And I'm seeing more and more and more news articles of dudes, of white dudes, having sex with animals. But this is a short article and I'm going to read just a portion of it. But before I read it, click on the support the blog and donate to the channel. Or on my YouTube channel, you can click on the PayPal link and make a donation to the channel. Munson, PA. 3 men were sentenced to up to 41 years in prison for having sex with multiple animals. Now, when I posted this on Facebook, I commented and said, they get more time than a pedophile would for sexually molesting a child. There are pedophiles that get no time at all. They just have to register on the sex offenders roster. But they get no time for messing up this child or taking the innocence of this child. This human being that may grow up with some type of emotional or psychological issues from being raped, from being molested, for having this grown man going up in this child. And it's not just young girls nowadays that's being targeted, but it's also young boys. So these white dudes having sex with animals get 41 years. So they care more about these animals than they do human beings. Matthew Brubaker, 31, Mark Minceloff, whatever his name is, sounds kind of Russian, 34, and Terry Wallace, 41, were all arrested in 2018 and charged with having sex with 9 horses, a cow, a goat, and dogs over the past 5 years. So they had an animal orgy. WTAJ reports the Pennsylvania men were sentenced Monday to 20 to 41 years in prison. According to the report, a teenage boy was forced to restrain the animals while the men engaged in the sex acts. Now stop. Now I thought this was the end of the article, but they forced a teenage boy to restrain the animal while they engage in sex acts, but they're not being charged. They didn't even mention of the fact that they forced this teenage boy to restrain the animal. So they're not getting any time for what they did to this teenage boy and how they messed up this boy's psyche, but they're being charged for having sex with these animals. But I'm going to put the link on the bottom. You guys feedback and tell me what you think. This is sick. This is sad. And that's the way of the world. Until next time, I'm fearless.